Hello, and welcome back to the Football Lookout. I am your host today, Rayan, and we are back here with another mini podcast series. And I'd like to introduce everybody here. We got my my boy Basil.
What up, what up?
We got the hamster whisperer himself, Saif.
Hola.
And we got Master Roshi, the homie.
Hey, how's everyone doing? I'm excited for this episode.
And so are we. And we can't forget about the homie, Sheikh Old Trap Lord,
That's it.
a.k.a.
That's it.
Imran.
How you doing? You alright?
The Trap Lord himself.
Sheikh
The
is
Trap
in the
Lord
building.
himself. All right, guys. I know y'all have been keeping up with the world of football, and I know you guys have been hearing the story about Ronaldo possibly leaving at the end of this season. And I wanted to ask how you guys feel about it, what you guys think about it, where could he possibly go next? What are we thinking?
I think MLS would be a good move for him. Several reasons for that. I feel like, how old is he now? He's like
35, turning 36 in February.
he's 30. Okay, so if he comes into the MLS, he'll be 36, right? I feel like he's the type of guy who would want to build another legacy, just to cement his status as one of the GOATs. And if he's 36 and pulling the kind of numbers he is at Juventus, I feel like he could create a legacy at a club in America, and I feel like he could, he could really he could really tear up the league. Now, just on a quick side note, some people may be saying like PSG. That could potentially be an option because of his global brand, but I feel like it would be a downgrade for them because they win the league anyway. They want to win the Champions League, and I don't know if he can do that for them.
Yeah, but I think that's sort
yeah.
of his objective. It seems like he does want to win it at least one more time, because you've seen how disappointed he's been at Juve when they failed, and so I think he does want to give it one or two more shots to see if he could win it again, and I think after that he'll probably either, if he doesn't win it, concede and just be like, okay, maybe I'll go to MLS or whatever else. But until then, I think he might. I think he has like one other big move in mind. It's tough to see where that'll be because I don't think he can put up the same numbers as he does in Italy and like the Premier League, for example. But he's Ronaldo, so who knows? Maybe he'll surprise us.
Yeah,
That's it. He's Ronaldo.
I think we can. Yeah, I think we can rule out the Premier League in Spain.
Why?
I don't think he's gonna go because if you look at England, right? What club would take him, on the type of wages he would want, and also like when I say he's on the decline, I mean he's doing good numbers in Italy, but he's not the same player that he was like let's say like 5 years ago. He's a little slower than before. He's still sharp in the box, but he's not really gonna be like outpacing
No,
people
but
on the wing.
he wouldn't play on the wing though. He'd
Yeah,
be
he
a centre forward.
Yeah, he would play. Yeah, okay, he would play as a striker. But I mean, what club would? Where would you see him going if he comes to the Premier League?
Or where would he come back to?
I don't see it. I don't see him going to United.
Well, the thing is, with Ronaldo, the team would have to be kind of geared towards. Well, not the
Him,
whole
right?
team, but a lot of it will kind of have to be geared towards catering for what he can do, still, which is score goals. But I think he'd be a good centre forward option for most teams. He's still, his technical ability hasn't gone away. His knack for scoring goals hasn't
I
gone
can
away.
agree with that.
His movement hasn't left him. His jumping ability has not gone. This guy jumps six more feet in the air. It's crazy. I don't know, man.
I think it's just
a
his
lot
pace.
of Premier League clubs would consider taking him
But
if they could
a
afford
lot
his
of Premier League
wages.
clubs would
If
want
they could
him,
afford
right?
that.
But from the top five teams, right? He's not going to City. or
Well,
Liverpool.
it's funny you say that because I think in terms of purely goodness of fit, I think those are the only two teams he would probably probably fit for currently in the Premier League, because those are two teams that could use a center forward.
Yeah, I was just about to say
but-
that because City's
Yeah.
centre forwards are they're on the injury table.
and so because of his history as a United player, would he go to City or Liverpool? Maybe probably not Liverpool. Small chance City, but I think City will be keeping their eyes on what happens with Messi, and
for sure, yeah.
would probably prefer a move for him. But yeah, I think the other two big teams that he hasn't really gone to yet and could potentially win a trophy with are Bayern Munich and PSG.
Bayern Munich.
All I
So
would say is
with the PSG, would they even be able to like afford both him and Neymar at the same time? Because they're both on ridiculous wages.
I mean, PSG, I'm pretty sure they made it into a self-sufficient club now, but worst case scenario, they're backed by the country of Qatar, basically. So I don't think they're ever going to run out of money. Like, okay, so Icardi right now is on the bench for PSG, and I think he was injured or something. Don't quote me on that. But he's been benched by Tuchel, and he's on like 5.7 million euros, and Mbappe, who's been linked to Real Madrid, is on like 17.5. So added together, that's like 23.2-ish, I believe. Yeah, 23.2. And Ronaldo's on 31 million euros. I don't think, especially with like a few other people who are free agents, they're going to be leaving PSG, it looks like. I think they could afford Ronaldo.
Yeah, I mean, we could potentially see like a domino effect. Like if a club came in for one of PSG's big players, they might look to replace them with another really big marketable player, which Ronaldo certainly fits.
Yeah, I've heard basically some rumors about actually Juve wanting to do like a straight swap, Neymar for Ronaldo.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, obviously the rumors are probably not high tier sources, but
Yeah, I
it's
doubt
just something
it.
I've heard. It's interesting.
That wouldn't make any sense for PSG though, because why would you let go of Neymar, who's like quite a few years younger than Ronaldo?
Quite a few years.
I think it would
younger,
just be because they would want the Mr. Champions League guy on their team,
But bro, when you say Mr. Champions League guy, me personally, I don't think he's that guy anymore.
I disagree. I fully disagree.
Oh,
Yes.
I highly disagree.
I mean, just
I highly disagree.
without
I mean this in
without
the most- yeah, go on, Basil.
No, I wish you could. I wish I'm wrong.
I don't know.
but just don't see
Without
him as
without
Mr.
delving
Champions
into
League
this
guy anymore.
debate, just going back to the original question, I think the only way to me it makes sense for PSG is that Neymar has probably missed half his games at PSG since he signed there. And
Yeah.
Ronaldo's impeccably fit and will probably play almost every game, even at the age of 35, 36, 37. And so I think he definitely carries the same brand and marketing. So I don't think they're losing anything there by losing Neymar. They'll have Ronaldo. And then on the sporting side, they'll have someone who will actually play probably every game, as opposed to Neymar.
Okay, don't kill me when I say this, right? But you know how Giroud plays? How the ball comes into him, he flicks it on, and then he runs into the box. I can see Ronaldo doing something similar as he ages and loses his pace. So the ball comes to him, he controls it, or he first time, flicks it on or passes it on out wide, and then he makes a run into the box to head the ball or to get in to a good position to strike the ball. That's how I see Ronaldo being moving forward.
I mean, that's kind of how he played against France yesterday.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah,
Exactly.
and he can do that very well. So if you're trying to say that if he's going to be having that same role at PSG once he ages, like I don't know, like another year or two, I'd say yeah, he would do very well in that role.
Yeah, I think he's definitely transforming into your more traditional center forward, as opposed to being that inside forward who cut in all those years at Real Madrid and Manchester United. And so, yeah, I think he will be the guy who's going to play in the middle. He's going to be the guy who will try to give flicks, pass the ball, almost hold the ball a little bit. Right. But I think at the same time, he's an impeccable finisher. and that's what you want in your center forward, and he'll never lose that. I mean, we still see Jermaine Defoe doing it, and he's almost 40.
Yeah.
So I
Yeah.
think that finishing ability he's always going to have, and so he'll always be able to provide that for whatever team he plays for.
I agree.
Yeah, yeah. So would you guys, if let's say you were in charge of PSG, and you were given this option of a Neymar Ronaldo swap, would you take it?
No.
No.
You wouldn't take it?
Nope.
Smart move. I would agree with that as well.
Is it-
Short-term success? I could see the Ronaldo move kind of working out, but I'd rather have Neymar. He's much younger, and he seems like he wants to stay at PSG. I think he wants a new contract as well. He'll be there
Yeah,
at the club
allegedly.
much longer. So
Is it just a straight swap?
yeah, that's what I heard. I heard it was a straight swap.
Huh.
But again, these are not high-tier sources. These could be straight bullshit. So
Right.
Wasn't this from,
Yeah.
like, Tuto Sport or something like that?
probably some bullshit like that, or the company that you work for, Daily Mail.
That's, never. Don't say that ever again.
Yeah. Oh, Saif, man, that article you wrote about Rashford, man, come on.
Stop.
Don't be that
stop.
guy.
Do
Oh,
not
fuck the
associate
Daily
me with
Mail,
the Daily Mail.
Fuck the Daily Mail.
Retweet.
I swear they came out at Rashford today, and then he shut them down.
He's just the wrong guy to go after, man. He's just a nice guy.
No, just people are wising up to the fact that the Daily Mail targets young black footballers. I think people just know that yeah.
And the thing is, it's not gonna stop
They
them.
straight up target
Yeah.
them, man.
Like, look what they're doing to Greenwood, man. Like,
Oh,
Kid-
dude,
kid's a young guy.
Greenwood's friend passes away, and now they're like just straight attacking him. Come on, fam.
I hate the British media.
It's disgusting.
I fully hate the British media.
Honestly, I'm here for it.
I think Cristiano
I'm here to
does
cancel
too.
him.
I don't see
Wow,
him
look at
returning
that,
to England.
guys. We went from talking about Ronaldo to Rashnaldo. That's crazy.
No, stop.
Okay, swiftly
Okay,
moving on.
Stop.
Swiftly
Wow,
moving
that is
on.
crazy.
Rayan, before we started this podcast, I told you not to be yourself.
Wow.
What did you just do?
I'm sorry, Abi. I will continue to be myself at all times.
Dog,
If you
how
don't
how
like
many
it, then-
players do you call Ronaldo or some form of Ronaldo?
Okay. If you want me to be honest, 2.
Man said two.
Only Rashford and only Depay. Okay, that's it.
You know, it's funny. I feel like I've heard Basel say Son.
Hey,
Alba.
bro,
Exactly.
Son deserves it,
Exactly.
bro.
Listen,
Oh, wow, and
nothing is as worse as Safe calling Marcel Sabitzer the Austrian Ronaldo.
Oh yeah,
my
that was
God, that
super
was-
out of
Hey,
pocket.
You are just
That was
a waste
disgusting.
man
Okay.
and a half.
Okay. Listen, I said it once during the Champions League, and that's why Sami just never forgot about that. So he keeps mentioning
Because it's an
that.
unforgettable statement.
Nah, dog. You said it to me the other day in the WhatsApp group.
Yeah,
Oh
and
my-
what I was like, that's where it came from because I said
So
it
that's
during the
multiple
Champions
times.
League game.
That's have some shame, man. Have
This
some
is why Firmino doesn't score.
Hey, there's
This
something.
is why Firmino
Oh,
doesn't score.
facts.
He scores for Brazil,
Facts.
okay?
Bro, Firmino went from no-look goals to look, no goal. He just
Hey, I
can't
saw that
score.
meme today.
Imran, you were just reading my mind
He
today,
just
man.
can't score.
My goodness.
Hey, he
Imran,
scored-
we're just in sync right now, man. You're
Hey.
just reading my mind. I don't know what's going on.
Everything except for that
Team
Ronaldo
chemistry.
part. Everything except for that Ronaldo.
Yeah, everything, especially the rest
Anyway,
of the part.
No.
There's something that I wanted to
Oh,
touch
go
on.
ahead.
And it's that, like, even though Ronaldo is like what we said, 36 years of age, he's doing bits in Serie A right now. I wanted to just go through some of his recent records since his move to Juve. So he's the fastest player to score 50 goals in Serie A. He got 50 in 61
That's
appearances.
wild.
So like you guys mentioned, he hasn't lost that technical ability. He's still very dangerous in front of goal. He got a 30 plus trifecta, meaning he's the first player to score 30 plus league goals in a single season in 3 of Europe's top 5 divisions. He's done it in England, he's done it in Spain, and now he's doing it in Italy. He's one of only 3 players to score at least 1 goal in 11 consecutive Serie A games.
Yeah.
Whilst
The
doing
other
that.
two, I
So,
believe,
like-
were
like you see, he's,
Quagliarella and Batistuta, right? Yeah.
That's correct, yeah. So he's up there in terms of like striking legends in Italy. And he hasn't even been there for that long. But we already know he came with a pedigree. He's the first Juve player to score in 10 successive Serie A games. He's the first Portuguese player to score a hat-trick in Serie A. So he's done a lot in Juventus in the small time that he's been there, and he's had an effect on the team. And they aren't nowadays. They aren't the same without him when he's out for a game or two, whatever it is.
Yeah.
They usually you can tell
That's
that he's
because you
missing.
there shit.
Oh, facts. It's
Amen.
garbage.
Amen.
It's a damn shame he went to that team, bro. Like these guys can't even beat. Who did they draw against the other day, Saif? Was it Spezia or something like that? Some
Russia.
garbage Serie B team that just came up. Like these guys are genuine ass without him.
And
Yeah,
Diablo,
they're pretty
I
bad.
think.
And Dybala, yeah.
And
Even actually
Dybala.
Dybala, interestingly enough, hasn't really played much this season at all.
I mean,
Yeah,
I was
I
talking
think
about last
Pirlo-
season. I was talking about
yeah.
last season.
Oh, okay, yeah, last season of course, but like just this season he's slowly getting into the team. I don't know why Pirlo wants to
He's
be a
been
bit more careful with him.
He's been bad when he's played, but he hasn't been given a consistent run of games. So it's like, how do you expect him to?
How do you
improve?
manage that? Yeah.
Well, anyways,
Now, then again, it's Pirlo's first ever
Oh,
coaching job as well.
yo.
So
Ryan, they drew against Lazio.
oh yeah, these dudes drew against fascism.
Exactly.
My God. And he was the only one that scored
Alright,
for them
let's,
too. My God, man.
So the
Let's try
Chiefs
and stay
drew
on
with the,
topic.
so the Chiefs
Here's a
drew
question
with
for
the,
you.
with the fascists.
Exactly.
What's the difference?
What's the difference?
There's none.
That's just Italian
man.
football.
But no,
guys.
Yeah. Ibby, you
Mamma
did say
mia.
you wanted to stay on topic. I wanted to bring something up that y'all probably heard of too. Y'all probably have heard the quote that the La Liga president has said the other day about how basically La Liga hasn't missed him. And I forget the direct quote. I think Saif might know better than me. But he basically said that, yeah, the league hasn't really missed Ronaldo's absence since he's gone, so I think he's completely wrong. But
He also said he doesn't think Syria has changed that much since he's been there.
okay, you know what? This is the one thing I want to say. I need y'all to acknowledge this. Since Ronaldo has left, El Clasicos are dead. Let's just keep it honest. Those games are dead.
Yeah, ever since that Messi Ronaldo rivalry went.
Yeah.
It's been dead for a few years. I think even before he left, there were some dead games.
Yeah, there were a couple of dead games, but usually there would at least be something to be excited about, But now it's just dead. So I don't know, man. I think he's just saying all this because he wants to save face for the league. Obviously, it makes sense, but I don't know. To say that he had no effect when he left is just, I'd say, is blatantly wrong.
You know what I think it is? I mean, this is still a little off topic, I guess, but I think it's because we've seen El Clasico and basically with the same faces for the better part of 10 years. And I think that's the first time that's really happened because, during the Galactico era and even like when Barcelona had Ronaldinho, they would constantly get a bunch of new players in, and like every El Clasico seemed a little bit different, right? You had Henry come in, you had Eto'o, Ibrahimovic played in a couple Clásicos, right? And then Real Madrid had all those Galacticos, but we've basically seen 10 years of like the same players. And so, that same feeling might not come back until we see some turnover from some of these old guys like Busquets, Modric, Ramos.
Yeah.
And then we see players like Odegaard come in. We see maybe De Jong play a bigger role as well. Dembele, if he can stay fit. Ansu Fati.
Asensio.
Right.
Yeah.
So there's like this new generation that's coming in, and maybe as they develop, El Clasico will regain some magic again. But yeah, it's definitely become a little stale, I would say, partially for that reason. But no, I guess also like La Liga as a whole has been a little stagnant as well. But yeah, I think maybe we'll see the return of magical Clásicos soon.
Now that you mention it, like throughout those years, I'm pretty sure whenever like a lineup came out for Barcelona for every El Clasico, it's like it's going to be those same exact 8 players are going to be there. Xavi's going to be there. Iniesta's going to be there. Piqué was going to be there. You knew Dani Alves was going to be there. You knew Messi was going to be there. Like, you knew half the lineup already prior to the game starting. For like how long? So, I get your point. I get your point that you just made.
Do you guys
But
think?
he is also salty. Let's just get that out the way too.
Yeah, no, he's
definitely salty.
Yeah, I think they could definitely sense that stagnant nature of La Liga right now, and so he's trying to like, I don't know, banter his way back into making La Liga relevant again. But
Okay, so this is slightly off topic, but it goes off what you just said. Do you think that's partly why they wanted to host that El Clasico outside of Spain? And how they're still trying to kind of push that agenda as well?
I mean, when you look at Real Madrid and Barcelona, they're the two most popular clubs in the world, and they do have fans. They could host a game anywhere. They can host a game in Antarctica if they wanted to, and they would fill out a stadium probably.
Facts.
Like, so I think they're one of those clubs whose brands are so big that they would benefit from an increased globalization of the sport. So yeah, I think for them it's just all about money, and so obviously they would make money by hosting games overseas.
Do you think the fans would have it though?
Not the Spanish fans.
No, I don't think so.
Oh, they would not be happy.
Didn't Tony Kroos come out and say that he was against it?
Yeah, he was against it. He was against the Super League, basically, like the entire thing. He's like, yeah, it's basically just a ploy for all these guys to have like more money in their pockets, and then they don't care about the players' health too, because of all the matches they're gonna end up having to play.
Oh no, I totally agree with them on that aspect. They don't care about players' health. It's just how much money they can squeeze out of them. That's all they care about.
No, absolutely. But you know what? Okay, you know what? Now that you mentioned Tony Kroos, I wanna end on this topic, Imran, and Ibi. Your boy Tony Kroos. I heard he's beefing with Aubameyang.
Oh, it's not my boy. He's just
his boy.
He's not my boy.
I heard he's beefing with Aubameyang. What's
Fam,
going
this
on
guy's
there?
just bad vibes. He's just bad vibes.
And guess what? He's beefing. He's beefing with Aubameyang over Aubameyang deciding to wear a mask
He's
after
just
scoring
bad
a goal.
vibes. That's what I'm gonna say.
The Batman thing celebration. That's it.
Oh man, that is outrageous.
There's no need for
All
him to
the
even
Arsenal
say
fans came at
anything, you know.
him. It was too funny.
Football Twitter is
No, do you know what it
destroying
was?
this man.
Do you know what it was? It wasn't even just Arsenal fans. I saw fans of every other club come after him. as well.
everybody, man.
Everyone came after him.
No, even Madrid fans were after him.
Yeah. Oh man, this fucking Nazi. I swear.
Wait, was it him
Wait,
or
wait,
his,
wait,
was
oh
it
my
him or his
goodness.
brother who made this comments?
Okay, so that's another
Imran.
thing that I brought up. I'm glad. Apparently, a lot of people are saying his brother actually is the one that said that, who was also a Cruz. So
Listen, the whole
Another
family
Cruz.
can get it. The whole family can get it.
Oh, they can get
No,
it. Huh?
I think what someone may have said is Aubameyang may have tagged the wrong person. Did he tag his brother
No,
instead?
I mean the
he
thing
tagged
is, it was-
Tony
In
Kroos.
the
article
He
was
tagged
it
Tony
his brother
Kroos.
who's
the article
Oh, he
clearly
tagged
said,
him.
it said it was Tony Kroos that said it. So,
yeah, exactly, yeah.
And no, Tony Cruz responded as well. He said he said this, all caps, this Tony Cruz has 3
Yeah.
kids.
And then Mesut Ozil came out of nowhere.
Messi
The Arsenal
Ozil out of nowhere with the steel chair.
the Arsenal admins came out of nowhere with the steel chair and the RKO.
Bro, we might not be running the Premier League, but
Listen,
we run
Mesut
Twitter.
Ozil runs
Oh, man.
Arsenal's Twitter. Mesut Ozil is part of
He
football
does.
Twitter now. He's fully part of,
No, he is,
he's
man.
fully part of football Twitter.
The influence that this guy has, man. The influence that this guy has. That is crazy.
Listen, wherever Ozil and Ronaldo end up next, I think they should go back and play for the same team.
Oh, for sure, yeah.
Just Ronaldo
They need-
and
you know what they need to
Messi
do?
up front with Ozil in behind. Might as well.
They need to pull up to Atlanta, Ronaldo and Joseph up top, Ozil behind. That's a trouble.
That
every
guy
year.
Robes in the wing.
Let's
No,
yeah,
okay.
no.
No,
See, that's where we need to end it. All right,
no.
guys.
Hey,
This was a
hold up
great
though.
podcast.
Atlanta needs a box-to-box midfielder, not an Ozil.
Jack Wilshere. He ain't gonna
Oh,
come.
don't be this guy, man. We're not talking about. You got to take the fun out of things, man.
I do.
You're
That's
talking
what
about
I
Ozil
do.
and Ronaldo. You talk about box-to-box midfielders.
That's
Okay,
Anyways.
I think we're at the end here.
Saif is a buzzkill.
Absolutely.
That's a good way to end it,
absolutely true.
I guess.
I would just like to say, Ryan, being the Ronaldo stan you are, it's time
Don't
for you
do
to,
this, I'm not-
time
I'm
for
not.
you to learn some French because he's going to PSG.
Yeah, I would start watching League One if that happened. I'm not even gonna lie.
League
I would 100. Yeah, sorry, League. Oh
Did you just moan?
no, that was a grunt. Isn't that how it works? Isn't that how you pronounce it?
Yeah, I'm out after that.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I don't want to hear what.
Okay,
Rayon
guys.
has to do.
We appreciate everybody listening, and tuning in every week. And good podcast. We'll see y'all later. And remember, Cristiano Ronaldo is the greatest player of all time. I had stopped recording.
Arrivederci.
Wear a mask.